was videotaped because Trudy says that she wanted others to someday be able to understand that they are not alone in their abuse. And that is why we are doing this show.
When did you realize you were not living?
Okay. Thank you for your patience as we get through that minor technical difficulties. Warning signs of abuse shared with teachers. Common warning signs of physical and sexual abuse of children and teenagers include bruises, changes in appetite, wearing inappropriate clothing, such as long sleeve shirts in warm weather, acting aggressive towards siblings and peers, defiance, acting out or displaying disruptive behavior, coming to school too early or not wanting to go home, changes in grades, cheating, and lying. These are very, very important indicators that something is wrong, that we need to investigate the situation so that we can best support our students. We will now move on to our next presenter.
Sorry, I was muted. Okay, so what we taught some of our teachers that if a student was to disclose is to not act shocked, kind of to stay calm. Think about the fact that the student chose you because they felt comfortable and safe and felt that you could be someone they could share with. Praise the student by telling them they did the right thing. You don't have to pry information or ask a lot of questions. Let the student know that they're safe now, that they're okay, and make the student as comfortable as possible. Reassure the student that this is not their fault and that you believe them. Explain that you will have to get help from another adult at school and notify the building administrator as soon as possible. Next slide. Okay. So all school staff are mandated reporters, and if a school employee suspects that a student is the victim of physical or sexual abuse, they must contact DCFS right away and notify their building administrators. Common situations that require reporting are a student is showing warning signs of being abused. They've stated they've been abused. They've stated that another student has been abusing them, or a student has reported viewing inappropriate pictures or videos on their own or with an adult. Parent guardian. So when you're looking at your children and you see some of these warning signs, especially if these are major changes in their behavior, then these are very important signs. So some nightmares, night terrors kind of things, bedwetting, aggression, kind of that isolating away from everyone, not wanting to be with others, major changes in academics, some acting out sexually, suicidal thoughts, trouble sleeping, change in any kind of appetite, depression, feeling very guilty or shameful, withdrawing from a particular person, or running away from home. Adults exhibits adult-like sexual behavior, things, knowledge, and language for their age that they wouldn't know. Fear of certain people or places or activities, and some mood swings, some fear, anxiety, and resisting removing clothing when at appropriate times, bath time, bedtime, things like that. For teens, A little different, but some similar, is some of those eating disorders, that self-injury. We sometimes see the drug and alcohol abuse, promiscuous activity, running away, that suicidal ideation, depression and anxiety, fear, and academic problems. And especially when these are major changes in their behavior too, these are a lot of those signs. Next slide. Okay. So signs of an adult abusing a child is maybe what you would see if a specific adult is giving one particular child special attention, trying to spend a lot of time alone with a child when it's not really appropriate, buying a child expensive gifts or giving them money, treating a child as a favorite from other children, showing physical affection that wouldn't be appropriate, kissing, hugging, holding hands, wanting to be very close to them. So if a child discloses to you as a parent, even if it's not, you're not their parent, but still, same things apply. You want to listen to the child, let them know they did the right thing, tell them that it is not their fault, say you believe them, let the child know that they are safe and they won't be hurt. And then you need to report the abuse immediately to the police. So here at EPCUSD, we have different lessons that we are teaching the children at the different grade levels. So for the ECC, well, what was the ECC, but it's preschool still, we're using the book Some Parts Are Not for Sharing. For our kindergarten and first graders, we're using a book called Your Body Belongs to You. Our third, fourth, and some of our core classrooms, we're using an Exceptional Child's Guide to Touch. Fifth graders, we're using a curriculum from Sycamore School District, Trusting Yourself. It's an internal alarm kind of discussion. And then sixth grade through 12th grade, that will be taught healthy relationships, love is respect through their health teachers and the social worker at the high school and at the middle school. So our lessons are going to start at the early child, or at actually now the both of the elementary buildings. Lessons will start October 19th through the 29th. And then at the sixth grade through the 12th grade at the middle school and the high school, they're going to occur in their health class at various points throughout the school year. We do have some resources, some about Erin's Law for parents. So if you are interested, you can click on this link and you'll get to be able to have this, and it kind of opens up and gives you a lot more information about Erin and her struggle. And it's an interesting story if you want to kind of listen to what happened with Erin. She's actually from Schaumburg, not very far from here. So it's a good story. It's an interesting story, and she's a very resilient woman who came through a lot. So I think now if there's any questions, I think you can put them in the chat box and we can answer any questions.
So we did not get any questions in the chat. So we will wait another minute to see if there are any last minute. So we did not get any questions in the So we did not get any questions in the chat, but please feel free to enter any now. We'll stick around for another minute or two in case there are any additional questions that might come up. Well, there do not appear to be any questions at this time. This presentation is recorded, and so people are able to go back and review this if you would like, because we know not everyone was able to join us tonight. And we thank you so much for joining us, and we really want to thank our school social workers, Ms. Edwards, Ms. Karen, and Ms. Stankiewicz for presenting this very important information for our district tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us.